Hey Megamaniacs, Mr. MegaManFan here. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You know all the things to do. I'm doing something a little different today. I'm showing off a gaming setup that I've been working on for, I'd say, a week or two now. And I think I finally got it to the point where I feel satisfied with it. So I'm going to go ahead and show what all I've got here, however long it takes to get through each and every one of the consoles that is hooked up to this TV. And there's quite a few, so let's start with HDMI 1. I'm just going to do this uncut, so if I ramble a little bit or go off topic, well, that's what Jason told me he likes. He likes when I just do unscripted videos, so that's what I'm doing today, just me being me. So I've got 4 things on HDMI 1. SX is Xbox Series X, so let's turn that on. First things first, I suppose. You can see it lit up over there behind the Taito Egret, which we will, of course, get to. And if I don't have it on that input, I'm going to have to switch. So there we see it. Xbox Series X is input 1 on HDMI 1. Then we have the PlayStation Mini on input 2. And I've got a adapter plugged into the USB hub so I can use a PlayStation 4 controller with it. Makes it a little more tolerable / usable in my view. We all know it still has issues with PAL games being loaded on there instead of NTSC games, but there are ways to hack or mod it if you're so inclined to do that. I just decided to leave it stock because I got it cheap and it isn't that important to me. The third input is the Commodore 64 Mini. Switch over to that now. I do like the vintage old school music. Very much like a Rob Hubbard soundtrack. I could just sit here and listen to that and not even play any games. It's that good. And then on input 4, we've got the Evercade Versus. It'll take it a second to get fired up here. But there it is. And so we've got 4 devices on HDMI 1. I also like the background music on the Versus too. It's very ethereal. I don't know if any of you ever listened to a radio program called Hearts of Space. I used to listen to that growing up, and it was very atmospheric music. It was just fun because it wasn't necessarily songs with lyrics. It was just, I think it's what Eric Satie would call furniture music. It was just music to create atmosphere. And it was very relaxing to listen to the Hearts of Space. See, I told you I'd ramble. Okay, let's turn all these off and do another input here, starting with the Xbox Series X. Power that down. And then I'll need to, the controller turned off all by itself. So now the PS1. Sometimes it lags a little switching inputs here. There we go. that one down, and it automatically flipped to the Commodore 64 Mini. Shut that one down, and last but not least, the Versus. Now let's do HDMI 2, which I also have 4 things plugged into. I had to get a little creative with where I put everything for this one, but you'll see that in a moment. The first and easiest one to show off here is the Taito Egret, which is input 1 on HDMI 2. Everything looks good there. Now for input 2, I actually put it underneath in the cabinet here. That would be the Geo Mini. And I do have an adapter for that one as well, so I can use a Switch Pro controller, the Flash Magic adapter. And there we see the Neo Geo Mini. The third one that I have is the Nintendo Switch, but unfortunately I do not have the Switch downstairs right now, but you can see I've got the Animal Crossing dock for it. Hopefully you will just take my word for it that input 3 works, because I really don't want to stop filming to go upstairs to get it. And then input 4 is the Analogue Pocket, which I've got right here. So I'll grab the 8-bit DO controller for that. It's synced up and connected. And you can see the screen just turned on, and there it is. So, got 4 things on HDMI 2. We've got Taito, we've got Neo Geo, we've got Switch, and we've got Analogue Pocket. As I said, this is far from everything. This is just the first 2. We've got more to go here. Let me turn off the Neo Geo Mini, turn off the Egret, and now that we've done these, let's I think I might have accidentally turned the pocket back on. Nope, I didn't. We're good there. All right, now let's switch to AV. And I'm sure this would drive Bob from Retro RGB absolutely insane, because these are plugged directly in without using a scaler, but when one needs, one does what one must. So let's start with the Turbo Duo. I may not currently have it on the right input, but I've got a switch box behind here. Yes, I realize how absurd this setup must look, but it gets the job done. There we go. Super CD System 2. Then we have the Atari 5200, which I don't currently have any cartridge in, so come back to that one in a moment. Nintendo 64 with an EverDrive 64 in it. Switch the input for that. There we go. With the Stone Age Gamer Pack and my backups. And there's a Dreamcast down here. It's probably going to tell me to reset the date and time because I haven't changed the battery. And I need to talk to Fix-It Phil about that. I've been putting it off. So, switch the inputs again. Yep, set date time. I'm not at all surprised by that. And then we've got yet another console under these Atari 5200 sticks. Everybody's favorite, the real interactive multiplayer. Actually, probably nobody's favorite, but Panasonic 3DO. Let's see if I can remember. I think the power switch is right there. And let's see which input I have this on. There we go. Let's just turn down the volume while that's running. Balls. And not currently plugged in, but, well, plugged into electricity but not plugged into the switch box is the Nintendo Wii. And the reason that I unplugged it is I was testing my Orange Spice GameCube. So let's see if I can just... No, I don't think I can find that cord. So why don't we do the Atari 5200 instead? Because I can at least grab a cartridge really quickly for that. So turn off this. Turn off this. Turn off this. Turn off this. And grab an Atari 5200 cartridge. Let's see. Yep, I got some up here. Pole position, why not? And this will be on yet another input. I think it's, oh, what is it? Is it live TV? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's working. I just didn't have the power plugged in. So, Turbo Duo, the 5200, the N64, the Wii, the 3DO, the Dreamcast, so that's 6, and then 4 on each HDMI input. That's 14. That's not bad.